Live League Game of the Day.
Are you staying classy?
Surthgive versus Poland. Get Good versus Sidewinder 437. New 1, 2, 3, 4 versus Hunch.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from AWBW, bringing you episode 200 of the Live League Game of the Day. Now, today, we are going to be honoring some folks here today. We are going to be honoring some folks because it is no easy task to reach the number one position when it comes to overall ELO in the Live League. So today, we are going to be featuring the 3 current number one players in every single game mode, and we are going to show a game from each one of these players today. That is what we are going to be doing for the 200 special. So I just want to take a moment to thank you all for watching the series and supporting the channel. It means a lot. We have grown quite a bit over the last year or so since we started this series, so I am very, very thankful for all your continued support, folks. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the Live League today. Alrighty, folks, so the first match of the night here, we have Surthgive, the current number 1 rated standard live player, versus Poland, a former number 1 rated standard live player. They are playing on this map here, and it's going to be a doozy, folks. It is going to be a doozy. So let's go ahead and get into the very first match of the video right now. On the first few days, folks, you all know the deal. It is the standard infantry builds. You got to get the infantry on the field. It's the number 1 priority in Advance Wars by Web. Number 2 priority in Advance Wars by Web, after all, folks. You all know what it is. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot Live League action in this season finale of Advance Wars by Web Live League Game of the Day. Now, for this map, there is a very interesting little thing here, folks. We got a black boat on the map. Black boat, I think, is incredibly important on this map because there's 2 main things. 1, it's used to get the airport, and 2, it's also used to ferry infantry to the front lines, which is highly important in this one. If you're slow on getting the infantry to the front lines, folks, there are so many contested properties. It's very difficult to do anything here, but we have very, very high level players here today, folks. If there's any people out there that know Live League, it is definitely Poland and Surthgive. They are 2 of the best when it comes to the standard ladder here, folks. And here we go, folks. The infantry are rolling out. Now, traditional next move here is definitely probably to be going grabbing the airport there. You got to get the airports, folks. This is a strong side versus weak side map. And it is very important to make sure that you get the airport in these style of matches, because air units, very important in Advance Wars by Web. They do help your unit count quite a bit here. Now, both players have deployed the tank. The tanking is upon us, folks. First tanks of the game. Surthgive moves his tank up. Poland moves his tank up. They are mirroring movements basically at this point. Both players, they obviously know this map and they know what must be done. So take notes, folks, for those of you that may be playing this map in the future. Alright, we got a slight deviation on the unit movements now. But it's not that much difference, folks. It's not that much different. Alright, 2 tanks on the field from both players. Both tanks are taking a centralized position right now, which is very strong. Surskip's got 10k left in the bank. He's going to be busting out another tank over here on the theoretical strong side, the 2 base side. And you can't go wrong with that, folks. You can't go wrong with busting out a tank out of the strong side, because that does promote tank chains. And tank chains are what wins Advanced Wars by Web, folks. Without a doubt. Alright, now, looks like Poland is doing a little invitation of sorts here, folks. He's put a tank in range of one of Surskip's tanks. And he's even given it equal terrain to attack from. 3-star terrain. And in a Von Boltmere, 3-star terrain means that your units have 140% defense. But Surskip, smart lad. He's a smart fella, folks. Is he going to go in and attack this tank? Which would probably result in the loss of a tank? Probably not. But you never know, folks. You never know. This guy didn't get to be #1 position for no reason. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it, folks. Why would you? That's just obvious bait. Obvious bait is obvious, folks. You don't go for obvious bait. You go for unobvious bait. And then you waltz your way into a position where you're in trouble. That's how you play Advanced Wars Live League, folks. You wait until you're in trouble before you do anything. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, that was a very, very good spot there, folks. Not a very good attack to go in for. Neither player is interrupting the captures in the middle right now. Well, Poland's not, at least. Technically, Surskip could go in for an interrupt right now if he so desires. But he's probably not going to, folks. He's going to double tap the tank on the city over here. This is not really too bad of a move. Now, it does expose one of the tanks to a first strike from a tank. But you know what? It's not really going to be too bad. You know, I don't know. Maybe it might take it out, but there's some backup here, folks. We got backup coming, so I don't think it's really too bad, all things considered. Even if he loses the tank, he's just going to be able to take out a tank in response. So, all in all, not really too bad. And it is now Poland's turn. Poland has interrupted the comm tower capture. Surskip has also interrupted the comm tower capture, so we're not going to be seeing 120% firepower on either of these players for at least a little while. But let's see what Poland decides to do over here, because it is actually day 9 on the map. Let's see what he does. Okay, he's going for the attack right there. Ooh, so it's not actually going to result in the loss of a tank, because a 4 HP tank cannot clear that tank. Ooh, could have possibly went in for a luck roll with the infantry, but he's decided to go for the interrupt on income instead, which is, you know, it's a move. It's a move for sure. Black boats have disappeared, so there he goes. Black boat has served its purpose, though, and its purpose was to acquire the airport and get a couple boosties. Alright, we've got a join cap on the comm tower here with 6 HP left, and a tank block, which is actually really nice. Some might even say it's probably incredibly nice, because I believe that this means that this capture goes through, because a standard attack here should only do about 40% damage. Yeah, 36 to 41% damage, no matter what. That is the capture that's going through, folks. We are going to be having some comm tower action here. Surskip does have to double tap this one in order to stop the comm tower capture, which I think is definitely something he's going to be doing, which he does. Big surprise. Big surprise, folks. Stops the comm tower capture. Alright, got some engagements. Tank is unable to take out the tank, or take out the 1 HP infantry. Very sad indeed. But that doesn't stop Surskip. He goes in for more engagements with tanks, has a few more tanks backing up. Poland, he's a man. He's a man of tanks, folks. He's a man of many tanks, and he's got many tanks on the field. Let's see what he manages to do with them. Clears one 1 HP tank with a full HP infantry. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. His black boat is still alive at the moment, so it could potentially... how much fuel does it have? 14 fuel. So it could go up and heal something. Like, let's say, for example, if this tank goes in for an attack on this tank... let's say from this tile or something, you know, Black Boat can move here and probably heal all the chip damage there. But with this capture going through right here, Poland definitely has to make a decision here, because if that capture goes through, that's going to put a Surskip in a position where he's going to be ahead in income and have a comm tower. So that's going to be pretty dangerous, folks. Pretty dangerous. Yeah. He's going to interrupt it. He's going to interrupt it, folks. Yeah. I see absolutely no problem with that. Well, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't go for the heal on the tank, though. It's not really necessary, I guess, but I mean, 2 HP tank would at least allocate maybe 2 infantry to be able to get a luck roll on it. Alright, let's see. So, Comm Tower has been acquired, folks. We got a tank hit on an infantry. We got a tank hit on a tank. Infantry on infantry and infantry on infantry. And we got a tank sacrifice leading to another tank hit. Boom! 7 HP tank has been eliminated. There she goes, folks. Oh, and we got a join cap over here. Double tap the infantry. Single tap the tank. Does not get the KO. So, the tank has survived. Somehow. And that somehow is called Von Bolt defense, folks. It is something. Von Bolt defense is something, folks. Oh, and we got a 7 on a 10 engagement leading to a 7-4 trade. Very interesting move right there, folks. Very interesting move indeed. This is a trick situation over here on day 11. Let's go. Poland does the old double tappy. Goes in for the cappy. Goes in for the infantry tappy. Double tappy. And then moving the tank up for a solid hit, folks. There we go. That's the Poland style attacking right there, folks. This man is a brawler through and through. He's going to be brawling probably till the day he retires Advanced Wars by Web. Who knows when that'll be, though. Who knows when that'll be. This is an interesting situation here, though, because Poland has put his tank right beside the HQ. A Von Bolt tank on an HQ, that is one of the most scary things you could possibly imagine, folks. That is like next to Javier with Comm Tower and Sturm and Kanbai, actually. Like, look at this sort of defenses here, right? So, for example, you know, we stick this here. That's 150% defense right here. Let's just swap this around, folks. Actually, before we swap it around, let's see what the engagement on a tank on a road would be. Yeah, 59 to 67% damage. That's quite a bit. Now, even if he doesn't go in for that attack, let's say we swap that and go in for an attack. You're doing 30% damage, folks. Getting hit back for 40. Negative trades. Negative trades, folks. You definitely would be needing some double tap action in order to be able to do anything in order for anything to happen in that situation. All right. Infantry, oh my god. We got double comm tower. Double comm towers, folks. Oh, now the big engagements are happening here. More tanks are moving in. Another infantry interrupt. Going in for the comm tower interrupt. And 3 tanks up north now. Ooh, 3 tanks. That's a lot of tanks, folks. Technically, it's 5 tanks, but 2 of the tanks are very injured. So I'm only going to count them as maybe half a tank. So we got 3.5 tanks up north. Surthgive. This man is dominating this matchup so far. But Poland, you know, once again, Poland, very strong guy. Very strong guy. He's not going to just allow himself to be defeated. He's going to continue brawling. Maybe he'll be able to find an opening here very soon. You never know, because if Surthgive continuously pushes Poland, he is fighting into base range. So that is possibly the momentum that he needs in order to come back into this game. Got another tank engagement here. Double tank. Got the super. Oh my god. Oh my god. He got the super and he... Oh. Man. Oh, man. He got down south. He's got the base. He's got the base, folks. Oh my god. He's stunned the base. Will Poland be able to capitalize on this with his power, though? Because I don't really see a really super effective area where this Ex Machina is going to land. I think, if anything, it's probably going to land... Like, it might land here. Probably not. Oh, I don't even know where it's going to land. Let's just see. Alright, so it hits the base and hits the tank, which is not bad. So basically, it's a mere Ex Machina, folks. They both hit on the opposite sides. Got the comm tower flip. That a boy, Poland. Let's go. Alright, so you know what? He's not out of the game yet, folks. He's busted out the battlecopter, the anti-air. That's all that he can get, but he is about to lose property here. This is now a 21-17 game. That is super dangerous territory, folks. Now, with 17,000 income, you do still have possibilities, folks. You can buy a battlecopter, you can buy a tank, and you can buy an infantry every single turn. However, Surthgive, 21,000 income, he can also do those buys, but have change left over for a potential double buy later on in the game. And the black boat is being assaulted here, folks. Interrupts another capture, injures an infantry. Surthgive out of time though, folks. He's got absolutely no time on the game. He's got 24 seconds. That's it. That's all he's got. 24 seconds. That's not a lot of seconds, folks. Not a lot of seconds indeed. But you know what? Who really needs a whole lot of time when you're in a winning position, folks? All you really got to do is just hold the position and continue pressure. Continue pressure, folks. That's all you got to do. All right, it is now day 15. Surthgive attacks another infantry. Battlecopters are moving in now, folks. We got the battlecopter spam going. Now this is a classic move when you're in head of income, folks. You got to be spamming out the battlecopters. You got to force your opponent by anti-airs. If you have tanks in the front line already, spam out battlecopters, folks, because your opponent is going to be forced to buy anti-airs, meaning that your tanks are going to have a much easier time fighting on the front lines as well. All right. Black boat has finally been destroyed due to fuel drain, and that is okay, because that is the end of the game, folks. That is the end of the game. We have seen what Surthgive is all about here in the standard ladder. Congratulations on the win, Surthgive, and congratulations on currently holding the #1 spot in the standard ladder. So let's go ahead and move on to the Fog of War segment. Alrighty, folks, we are here in the Fog of War segment of episode 200. We have the current #1 Fog player in the live ladder, folks. We have Get Good versus a fellow content creator over on Twitch, Sidewinder 437, the legend himself, a former #1 rated Fog player. So this, my friends, is going to be a very good one. Both of these players are masters of the craft. Let's see what went down in the live league today. We have ourselves a Rachel Mir today, folks, and what goes good with Rachel Mir, folks, is standard infantry builds. Get them on the field. #1 priority in advances by web. Now this map, as you guys can see, we have a lander. We have a lander on this map, folks, and the lander is going to play a very critical role in deploying infantry and capping an airport, and that's about it. Now it can, because it's a lander though, it can also deploy ground units, which could come in handy. Could come in handy when it comes to Fog of War, folks, because you can drop these vehicles off in areas that your opponents will not expect. Say, for example, you put the lander right here. You could put a lander like right here and then drop your unit off right here and then get a unit right here and right here and then be able to immediately threaten this area. That is a possibility, folks. And even if you dropped off a recon here, a recon getting access to this area right here, that is a lot of vision that you would be able to see, folks. So there's definitely potential for some sneakery on this map, folks. But let's continue on with the game. Boom, got the airport. Airport is going to be captured here in a few good turns. Get Good does not go for the airport, folks. Sidewinder goes for the airport. Sidewinder is an air unit sort of guy. Get Good is an income sort of guy. This is what we got going on here, folks. Deviations in the play so far. All right, so Sidewinder right now, he's getting himself set up for the double load into this right here, probably dropping off over here. This guy's going to go capture the port. This guy's going to be capturing the city here, which is a pretty good idea. I don't really mind it too much. Let's see what Get Good decides to do here. He's doing something a little bit different, folks. A little bit different. A little bit same, but a little bit different. Definitely pushing the left side here a little bit harder than Sidewinder right now. But Sidewinder going busting those infantry into the lander and doesn't do the drop in the center. Goes for the drop on the western front here, which is which is good because it's actually going to put him in position to capture 2 properties right away, which is a lot better than dropping off right here, actually, because he would only be able to get 1 property and then get a movement. So yeah, going for that income. That's what Sidewinder is doing here. He's got income on the mind. He's a man of money, folks. Man of big money. That's what he's all about. All right, Get Good moves the tank forward. Both players have now deployed a tank on the field. Get Good finally going for that airport. Busts out the recon after the tank, folks, which is pretty nice move. Pretty nice move indeed. Lots of people like to bust out the recon first and get that vision. What tends to happen sometimes is when you bust out that recon first, you end up yeeting it and you lose it, folks. But if you got a tank ready, you know, you can't yeet your recon. You can't yeet your recon if you don't got the recon, folks. And that's way more important than anything else. All right, Tanky is going and sitting itself inside the forest, being a sneaky little fella he is. Busting out his second tank here. Get Good sitting at 12 property. Sidewinder sitting at 10. Although Sidewinder going to be able to get that double cap today. Boom, boom. There we go. Got 12k income in the bank every single day. He's rolling. Rolling in cash, folks. We got a... Oh, interesting. Okay, we got a T-copter on the field. We got an artillery in a very, very sneaky position right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sidewinder. See, this is why Sidewinder is such a good fog player. Sets himself up in very sneaky positions. He exposes an infantry. Now, he doesn't know that there's, you know, any Get Good in sight. But he can feel it in his bones. He can feel it. So if anything goes in and attacks this infantry, let's say, for example, a tank, it's going to get blasted by a tank, folks. Oh, there it is. Goes in for the double. Goes in for the double. Oh, but Get Good. He's got a secondary tank in position here. 2 more tanks being purchased. And Get Good. Oh my god. Get Good. He's got such a massive presence down south, folks. I also apparently have just bit into some sort of a hot seed from something I ate earlier. And now my mouth is on fire. But that is okay, folks, because the other thing that is on fire is this flipping game right now. Let's see how this is going to play out in the next few turns here. We got a transport copter on the field ready to go. We got a tank engagement. We have the artillery moving in position to block the tank. Moving into position to assist the tank. If anything attacks from this position right here or this position, boom, artillery ready to go. Now let's see what Get Good decides to do here. Recon moving up. Tank escapes. Now, tank escapes to get to go and sit on the city is a pretty good move, this Rachel, folks, because she does get that additional +1 heals from the city, equaling a total of 3 HP every single turn. So these engagements where it's like a 5-9 engagement, 5-8 engagement, you just move the tank back for 1 turn in Fog of War, and then instantly you have a tank that matches the HP of the tank that just attacked you. What you don't have is the funds anymore. But that's okay. Oh, Sidewinder. He is getting adventurous with this tank right now. He is moving up, interrupting the capture. Oh boy, he has no idea. This man has no idea. He's busted out the battlecopter though. Okay. Okay, we got the, oh my god. Yeah, Sidewinder is going in for the fattest attack right now. Oh my god. Or not Sidewinder, Get Good. He's going in for the fattest attack right now. Like, Get Good has put all his eggs in one basket, as I like to say, folks. And this is sometimes really, really good in Fog of War. You put all your eggs in one basket. This is something that I've seen happen with, like, Go 7 in some of his replays that he's shown. You know, he's put everything into one area and just dominated that way. Now, he's definitely one to do it. Another one to do it that I've seen do it is Rip. He's also a fantastic Fog of War player. There's a lot of really fantastic Fog of War players to put their eggs all in one basket. They fey strength on one side, dominate on another side, and that's That's potentially what it's all about. All right, so there we go. That's the engagement. That's a turn. Let's see what Sidewinder decides to do in response to this, because he's definitely in a little bit of trouble. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But is he out of the game? Absolutely not. Fog of War can change on a dime. Change in an instant. Day 10. Let's flippin' go. It's 17 to 15 right now. We got an interrupt on the property. And tank is now going to the west. It's going west, folks. Oh, lots of tanks taking a centralized position as well, but that does expose pretty much all those tanks right now. Like, Sidewinder knows exactly where those tanks are. So he's got a lot of intel right now, folks. He's got a lot of intel. And you know what? If Get Good continues to bunch up his tanks like this, there's definitely potential for a sneaky missile to be coming in here and doing a metric buttload of damage, as kids say. This T-Copter definitely oh, the Battlecopter's in range of an anti-air, folks. Oh no, and there goes Get Good. Oh, you know, he was waiting for that. He saw that Battlecopter instantly, and he was just like, oh, that's priority number one right there, folks. I'm gonna go in there and just blast that man away. There we go. And he did. He went in there and he blasted that man away. All right, but Sidewinder, he's gonna get a flippin' city, and that is super important, folks. It is now day 12. There's potential here. There's super potential for Sidewinder to get a sneaky missile, but one of the issues right now is Get Good. He knows it, and he set up 2 Battlecopters plus the lander over here plus an infantry in order to bait the attack. Now, if Sidewinder wants to get this, I don't think it's going to hit here. It's probably going to hit down here. So that would be okay because it would do damage down here. But you need the missiles to hit on the front lines. That's what you really want. All right, so he takes out a tank. He's going for these infantry engagements right now. Might be just enough. Might need to... Okay. There we go. He goes for it. And that's actually a lot better than expected, folks. That is a lot better than expected. 2 of them hit up north, which is insane. Absolutely insane. So after this turn is done, we're going to see exactly what kind of damage we are dealing with here. But yeah, that was well planned by Sidewinder. Well planned. All right, so one of them hit down south, which is kind of to be expected. Although I'm kind of surprised. Oh, it did hit this one too, but it got healed. So that's what happened here. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But 2 tanks right here to capitalize on the attack. So let's see if Get Good decides to pull back at this point, or if he continues the attack. It looks like he's just continuing the attack, folks. He knows that he's got a missile in his pocket too. So whatever damage just happened to him, he's going to be able to just deliver it right back to Sidewinder here in just a few short turns. Day 13, Sidewinder eliminates another tank here, and the infantry are moving forward. Got a Battlecopter down south now, setting up a bait. Yeah, see, he's great place. He's setting up a bait as well, and he's using 2 transport units in order to do it, which is even better. Because if a transport unit gets injured, you know, it's not really a huge deal. Okay, so 1 hit the infantry, and the other 2 hit the bait, without a doubt. 105% the other 2 hit the bait. Alright, let's see. Yeah, because we can't see any other attacks. They definitely hit the bait. Did they hit the bait? They hit the bait, right? Ooh, they hit the bait. To be expected, folks. Awesome bait by Sidewinder here. So 67,000 value to 102,000 value is not necessarily the position you want to be in, folks, but it does not mean that the game is over. It does not mean the game is over at all, because there are attacks that are able to happen right now. Is that exposed? Ugh, maybe. You know, maybe Get Good might be able to break this line and attack that Battlecopter up north. I don't know if he wants to yeet that hard, though. It really just depends on how confident he's feeling in this attack right now. Because he sees units. He sees the units. But how confident is he that he can destroy these units and there's no backup? Let's see the confidence of this man. Oh, he's feeling confident, folks. Yeah, he is feeling confident. He is going for that attack. Oh, and he's going to sit on the city. Oh, and he's going to take out a tank. And at that point right there is the moment when Sidewinder is like, I am done with this game, folks. I am done with this game. Get good. Just got too flipping good for this game. Fantastic game. Well played by Sidewinder. Well played by the current #1 rated Fog of War live player. Get good. Congratulations there, folks. Let's go ahead and move on to the high funds segment. Alrighty, folks. We are here in the high funds segment of the video. Episode 200. We have the current #1 rated high funds live player, new 1234, versus one of my personal favorite players to watch in Advanced Wars by Web. The one, the only, Hunch. What a fantastic lad this man is. And he has got himself a battle here today, folks. New 1234, fresh on the scene, versus Hunch. Let's get to it, folks. We have ourselves a Lashmere here today in high funds. The creator of the Soiled Abomination, facing off against herself, perhaps to atone for the sins of the past, or maybe just to add to them. But we will know shortly enough, folks, because on the first few days, standard infantry builds. You got to get the infantry on the field, folks. It's the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. And this is a mixed base match. It's a mixed base matchup. And it's going to be wild. Both players are now going for that neutral base. Now, this is a very interesting match indeed. Very interesting match, because you would think that there's like a strong side, but there is not really a strong side, folks. Obviously, the center has these two bases right here, so you could join forces here, but there's a 1 base right here and a 1 base right here. Technically, if you really wanted to, you could just all-out assault one side of the map. But then you have to deal with this guy over here being uncontested, moving all over the match. So you can't do that. You have to spread your forces out. You have to win all over the map, folks. Mixed base. Some of the craziest games in Advanced Wars. We have a port acquired over here from Hunch. Beautiful port capture. Absolutely love to see it. And I think Lash is actually a pretty decent pick for this map. There's a buttload of terrain on this map. And that's about it. It's just a buttload of terrain, folks. Hunch has built the recon. The high funds recon is on the field. It's going to be followed up by some manner of tanks. Yeah, we got 2 tanks, folks. There we go. Got to get the tanks on the field. And we got more guys moving. New 1234. He's taking position in the center of the map right now. He's going to try to acquire one of these cities, but Hunch already in the center, folks. He's already captured the property, uncontested. Let's flip and go. Recon already doing some shisty business here, moving all the way north. Could this recon potentially stop the capture of the airport? While Hunch perhaps might be able to acquire the airport himself, because Hunch is already in a position where he can drop off an infantry into capping range of the airport, which he does, obviously, because it is the best move. Absolute best move. 2 more tanks on the field. New 1234 moves the tank down south. Now, this tank is going to be able to prevent the airport capture, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed for our good friend Hunch. But for how long? That is the question. That is the question. Because tank could be produced from this property right here, move down here, and then be able to get down here. So we're going to need some kind of a vehicle down south in order to prevent that capture. Let's see what he decides to try and do here, because he's going to have to try and do something. But once again, in these mixed base scenarios, there's so much combat going on all over the map that you got to figure something out, folks. You have to figure something out. And right now, new 1234 is doing a very, very sneaky move. He's moving a tank all the way down south, preventing the infantry from capping some of those properties right now. But also, more scary than anything, he is securing the opponent's HQ. Now, if new 1234 decides to build, I don't know, let's say an artillery unit, he's going to be able to move that down south, destroy the black boat, and capture the HQ, which would result in an automatic game loss. But we'll see if he decides to do that or not, because it is going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult, folks. Oh. Hunch. Busting out the classiest unit in Advanced by Web. Beautiful. The classy medium tank. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this little position right here. This is kind of a little risky in my opinion. Little risky, but maybe not as risky, because there's an attack here. There's an attack here, but New is out tanked over here. So if he goes in for these attacks, he is going to lose the tanks, but he's going to acquire the cities. Probably acquire this city. He might be ahead in properties at that point, but right now, currently, Hunch, he's ahead. Not anymore. Not anymore, folks. Oh, we got a engagement on the infantry. Takes it all the way down to 1. And new 1234 busts out the Soiled Abomination. Soiled Abomination, folks. The smelliest unit in Advanced by Web. Absolute filth. Soap required ahead. Indeed. Hunch, he has had enough of not having that airport, though. He has busted out 3 tanks down south in order to acquire it. Busted out a second classy medium tank. I love it. I love to see it, folks. Alright. So, once again, airport has been denied here by Hunch for quite a few turns. But now the tank is in position. The recon is going to be unable to stand his ground over here for much longer. Now, could potentially go in for an attack on the infantry, but it's going to result in the loss of the recon. Would stop the capture, but lose the recon. So, very, very curious. Very curious to see what he's going to decide to do, as 2 Soiled Abominations have now made their way onto the field. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, and New has taken an engagement down south. He's going in for the attack. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. So, let's see how this one works out for him. Hunch has taken the engagement on the tank in the center. Taking 2 engagements on the tank down south. Takes it out. Beautiful. Goes in for the old double cap. Goes in to interrupt the capture. Nice. Double taps the tank in the center. Does not manage to get the clear, but uses the classiest unit in Advanced Wars to get a clear up north. And then busts out a Soiled Abomination. We are going stink on stink action over here, folks. And it is going to get absolutely smelly. It is going to get messy. We are going to be requiring some soap. Alright. New 1234 takes an engagement in the center. Eliminates the tank with a luck roll. Okay. Eliminates the recon with the old double hit. And he busts out a Soiled Abomination in the center of the map. Absolutely filthful. Filthy Soiled Abominations. Ooh. You know what would be really nice for Hunch right now? Technically, if Hunch really wanted to, he could bust out a battleship down south, and that would forever stop the capture of the airport. But I'm not sure how worthwhile it would be. That's the real question. I think a 2 HP on a mountain does 10% damage. So this might be interrupted once again here. I really want to check this out real quick. Yeah, 10%. So this is going to get interrupted one more time. So kind of unfortunate, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Ooh, Soiled Abomination down south. Okay. Well, south mid. Alright, so Hunch really wants that airport. He wants that airport. He wants to deny the airport. Ooh, he might be losing a city in the center of the map right here, folks. Oh, and the Soiled one is moving into the center as well. Highly dangerous situations here. There are just Soiled Abominations appearing all over the map, folks. And poor Hunch and poor New 1, 2, 3, 4. They are both out of time, folks, and it is only day 11. Day 11, and they're out of time. Very sad indeed. The other thing that's very sad right now is that there is a medium tank up north being cornered by a soiled abomination. How will our hero survive this situation? He could go down south and survive for a little bit longer. That might be the play. He might have to go down here, reroute himself, get into the middle, see what he decides to do. I really am rooting for this man. Oh, he blocks with the 1 HP infantry and goes in for an interrupt. What an absolute Chad move. Chad moves over here, folks. And this is a great position over here on the western front from Hunch as well. He is blocking in the Soiled Abomination. No matter where this Soiled Abomination goes, it might be being hit by another Soiled Abomination. But this is a forest, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, Prime Tactics is almost upon us here, folks. We're going to be seeing some Prime Tactics here very, very soon. Oh, Prime Tactics from the city. Oh, is that Neotank going to go sit on the city? Please. Tell me it's not going to be attacking our poor classiest unit. Oh, he's going to be attacking the classiest unit in Advanced by Web. No! The classiest unit has been one-shot by the Soiled Abomination. This was not what we had planned, folks, but it is what has happened. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. What a brutal Prime Tactics, folks. And it came at the worst possible time for our poor friend Hunch. Now, Hunch is going to be able to do a Prime Tactics of his own. And he might be acquiring 2 airports here, folks. He'll be at least acquiring 1 airport. And there it is, folks. There's the Prime Tactics. Let's see what he manages to do with this one. A medium tank trying to attack the land, or the black boat. Ooh, that doesn't do a whole lot. All right, we've got a Neo engagement. Smelly engagements over here. It's probably going to be busting out another smelly boy because he's got 50 flipping K in the bank. Oh, we got the double Neo, folks. The double Neo. A double Neo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so double Neos are on the field now. This game has progressively got less and less classy over time, but that's okay. High funds is a very smelly game mode, folks. You are expecting the Neo tanks and high funds. That's why I build mega tanks. Gotta build the mega tanks, folks. Ooh. See, this is the strength of Lash right here, folks. Prime Tactics Lash, tank on a city, tanked 2 Soiled Abomination hits. Just more Neos on the field. Now, could this be the time when Hunch starts busting out bombers? Because I would love to see some bombers, folks. Bombers, classiest unit of the sky. That would be absolutely wonderful. Worst case scenario, could start busting out some battle copters too. Oh my god, Hunch. He didn't bust out anything. He didn't bust out oh, I think he bought 1 Neo tank, but he ran out of time. He ran out of time, folks. This is the bane of lively players all over the world, folks. It's time. How do you manage time? That is the biggest thing in Live League, folks. New 1, 2, 3, 4 is busted out the classiest unit in Advanced by Web. So we are at least getting a little bit more classy here, progressively turn by turn. But we need some more. We need more class in this game, folks. Currently, though, the game is even. And now Hunch has a bomber, which is nice. Which is absolutely nice. And he busts out the mega tank. The mega tank. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Folks, when people are spamming Neos in your face, sometimes what you got to do, folks, and more likely than not, you bust out the mega tank. Do it. People say that the mega tank is bad. And you know what? The only thing that's bad about the mega tank is that it can't move very far. But once it gets in position, folks, oh my god, it's going to start wrecking the field. And as long as you're playing defensively, it's okay. Now, unfortunately, right here, the Mega Tank is not going to be able to go too far, folks. New 1234 has also busted out a Mega Tank of his own, so we are getting into mega serious territory over here on day 15. 2 minutes on the clock. The bomber is moving out, folks. Oh, we got a battleship down south. Oh, flipping K. Let's go. He doesn't want the base to get overtaken, so he's busting out the battleship. Now, battleship from this position is fine. It's able to move. Battleship out of this position would be very nice too. At least with this one, it's able to move around. So I guess that's probably why he did that. But he could also just bust it out here because of time restraints. He needed to bust it out somewhere. And that was the most readily available location. The Hunch is also making a play for that HQ right now, folks. You can see it here. You can sense it. A bomber has made its way to the field. We lost the Sword Abomination. Also, folks, look at this. I'm gonna zoom in on this one for a second. Look at this. I love that little Mega Tank move. Dude. It's beautiful. The front face of the Mega Tank is one of my favorite things in Advance Wars. Oh, he attacks the medium tank. Ugh. Day 16. Hunch is trailing right now. But it's not over. It's not over, folks. Let's see what he manages to do. He's busting out the super. Prime tactics. He's capping a property. Moving the battleship up. And he attacks the classiest unit with the Neo Tank infantry combination and takes it out. Absolutely gross. But unfortunately, very necessary in this situation. He had to do it, folks. You hate to see it, but he had to do it. And he busts out another bomber. So he's keeping the game classy right now. He's got 30 units. New has 30 units. Let's see what he does. He busts out the prime tactics in response to it. Mega Tank versus Neo Tank only does 60% damage. Clears it with a Neo, though. Very unfortunate, but... Actually, no, that's... Wait. Was it unfortunate? What did we attack? It was a Neo? No, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Clear the Neos. Get them off of the field. If you have to use a Neo to clear a Neo, well, that's just what you have to do. Just delete the Neo Tank afterwards. That's all you gotta do. Oh, bomber going down to threaten the battleship right now. That's dangerous. Oh, this Mega Tank is gonna be able to feed on a Neo Tank, though, so that's nice. That's the kind of stuff that you like to see, folks. It's the kind of stuff you like to see. Let's see it happen. Alright, infantries are moving up, capturing 2 more properties. Got a carrier. Ooh. Big carrier action right here, folks. Oh, carrier is in range of the battleship, though. Oh, terrifying. Now, unfortunately, Hunch is going to be forced to build another anti-air down south. Otherwise, this battleship or bomber is going to be able to get in a position where it can destroy the anti-air and also threaten the carrier still. So he's going to have to bust out one more anti-air down south. Let's see if he does it. Runs out of time. Unable to purchase anything, folks. This bomber going to be able to capitalize on that right now. Takes the engagement. Cleanest engagement in Advance was by Webb, unfortunately. And then new 1234 moves in the army with the 2 minutes that he has on the clock. Manages to get a bunch of moves in and ends his turn, folks. This is increment gaming. Increment gaming. If Hunch had more time, I think his last turn would have been actually pretty decent. But unfortunately, with the lack of time available, he was unable to capitalize on those moves. But he does have lots of money, and he's got flipping super co-powers activated. He's got that defense, folks. He busts out the anti-air, the carrier, the double Neos, the transport copter. He's going for the comm tower in the corner, without a doubt. Oh, but New activates the super co-power and just wipes out the center of the map. This puts him at a commanding lead of 37 units to 19 right now. It is now day 19. Hunch honorably deletes every single unit on the map and ends his turn. What an absolute legend. I love Hunch. Hunch is one of my favorite people. He's a fantastic player. Unfortunately, he was just unable to deal with the clock today. The timer was just not on his side. Knew 1, 2, 3, 4. Managed his time well. And showed why he is currently the #1 rated player in the high funds ladder. What an absolute banger of a match. And now, on to the next thing. And there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. And now, a tribute to all those players in Season 2. Enjoy, folks. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
The cannons roar at break of dawn. Our armies rise, the map is drawn. From pixel shores to urban fight, we sail through days, we strike by night. The fog of war won't hide your fate. Your HQ's doom we celebrate. Through every turn the battle grows. Our fleets of fire shall overthrow. Raise the flag, the League is calling. Advance wars by web, we conquer all. Iron sails and steel are falling. Victories are cannonball. With Kindle's flame and Eagle's flight, we rage your lands in pixel light. Black hole storms or green earth pride, the League stands strong, we'll never hide. Whoa. Drums like thunder, steel like rain, every move a sweet campaign. From island chains to city spires, we crush our foes in waves of fire. Raise the flag, the League is calling. Advance wars by web, we conquer all. Iron sails and steel are falling. Victories are cannonball. By the tide and the turn, our glory stands tall. The map is ours till the next round calls.